I I need to go to bed. I should go to bed. But I just I need I need to get out my frustration. Disney and them killing any and all creative and beautiful and amazing movie or show that they have. Cause they they'll have these amazing movies like Strange World, and and they'll let the people be creative. They'll let the people do what they want. They'll let people create these amazing stories with amazing visuals, and it's so good. And then they'll purposely kill them. And like everyone knows what's going on with Strange World right now, right? Where it's like no advertising, then you have it to where they released it with a big blockbuster movie, one that's going to take everyone's attention away from it. So then everyone's gonna go watch Black Panther, which obviously Black Panther is still a pretty good movie to go watch, but it takes away all the anyone who's going to go watch Strange World. And then you also have the fact that I'm pretty sure they're not playing Strange World for a very long time in theaters, which the quicker you get a movie into box office, the more likely people aren't going to go watch it, is the thing. But the thing is, this isn't the first time Disney has done this. This isn't the first time Disney has done this. And there are several movies I could use as an example. I could tell you about Atlantis. I could tell you about Treasure Planet. I could tell you about Adventure Down Under. I could tell you about The Great Mouse Detective. I could tell you about all these different movies. I could tell you about The Black Cauldron. But the one I know the most about, and the one that is the most popular that Disney failed to kill, was The Nightmare Before Christmas. The Nightmare Before Christmas, basically, what happened was Disney just wanted a movie with Tim Burton's name on it. So they were desperate enough that when they were making the deal with Tim Burton to have him give them permission to produce his movie, well, to produce, like, because, like, a while back he already pitched the idea to Disney, and Disney was like, hey, Tim, come back to us, why don't you, now that you're a popular director with Batman. So he did, but he was like, I'll only make this movie for you and let you put my name on it if you give me full creative freedom. Which obviously Disney did do that with like one person watching, but she was actually a really good person who was really willing to listen to the creatives. But lots of things, like Henry Selick actually directed it because Tim was working on Batman, but because of the deal, Henry Selick ended up with almost full creative freedom on this movie. That ended up it ended up having monsters, ended up being gothic, ended up having all these things that you usually wouldn't see in a Disney movie. And because of that, when it was time for the movie to come out, since Disney was still so desperate for a Tim Burton movie, instead of them and they weren't about to break Tim Burton's whole contract thing and be like, oh well, why don't we just take away all the dark bits? They weren't gonna do that because of the deal they had with Tim, and they wanted Tim Burton's name on that movie. So when it came time to release the movie, they did not make commercials for The Nightmare Before Christmas. There were almost no trailers for it, like with what's happening to Strange World. And then when it came out, they released it under the name Tombstone, which if you had it on VHS like I did growing up, or on DVD, like one of the older DVDs and not like a remade one made recently, it does say it's made by Tombstone. I don't know about any of the newer ones, because growing up I always watched on the older things, because that's what I had when I was younger. But it was released under Tombstone. Tombstone is owned by Disney, but it's not a big production producer thing that Disney has. Disney never really openly did anything that was like Tombstone. It's not like, oh, this is a big Tombstone thing. Like Tombstone with Disney at the time, I don't know about now. I don't think it's that popular now anyways. But like at the time, it was more of just like, you know how in the beginning of those movies you'll have like all the different like little things, little opening things with all the little different titles, and you don't really think about them or memorize them. Tombstone was one of those, right? So Disney released The Night Before Christmas under Tombstone, and everyone was like, and then they all none, and then they didn't stop there. They didn't stop there. They did not stop there. Uh, so I work in a movie theater, so I know about these things that I'm gonna call them movie deserts. I'm pretty sure there's a different name for them or whatever, where basically there's certain months, there's certain times of the year where people just won't come see movies that often. Usually like during the school year, because mainly it's kids that want to see movies, right? And usually they'll be busy during school. So, and even then, people work more during the school year than during summer or during Christmas break or whatever, and you know, those things. So they released Never for Christmas during Movie Desert, so nobody would go see it. Nobody had heard of it. Everyone was like, a movie by Tombstone? What's Tombstone? And yeah, they basically tried to kill the movie. And then like they only let it run in theaters for like I think like a month, and then it was gone straight to the box office. And because I've seen like several different documentaries, Henry Selick, the entire team, all of them were like, this movie's gonna get no attention. This movie is dead. We put all this work into this amazing movie, and no one's gonna watch it. In the end, they ended up being wrong. Disney did try to kill it. And with all the things they did to try to kill it, it would have made sense for it to have died, but it didn't. It's still popular because loads of people came together and started watching it and paid attention to it and fought for it. They were like, we love this movie. We want to see merchandise of this. We want to watch it more. Give us more, Disney. Give us more, give us more, give us more, give us more. And that's what happened. And they've done that with every single movie. Because the thing is, the reason why they try to kill these movies is because Disney has like this whole Disney quote-unquote brand, I'm gonna call it, where if it doesn't fit with the theme of Disney, they're gonna kill it. They don't want something that doesn't look Disney to be associated with Disney, like the Black Cauldron. And then you have like amazing movies like Treasure Planet and Atlantis, which were so good and so amazing, but they were released around like right before Disney went straight into CGI and straight into working on making loads of big CGI movies. Like, oh my god, 3D animation! Look at all these effects! Wah! Come watch this instead. And they pretty much died because of that. So, Disney's been doing this. What's happening to Strange World, Disney is done loads of times. Anytime they have a movie where they're like, well, we don't really like these themes. We don't really think this fits with the Disney family. They've done this so many times. And the only way to really stop them is to stop them. You have to go watch the movie. You have to pay money to see this movie. Because the thing is, even though pirating is good. You should pirate, like, as much as you can. Pirate as much as you can from Disney. But the thing is, Disney won't let people have creative freedom to make amazing movies like these if people don't go to watch them, to pay money to watch them. Because the only reason they're willing to risk things bigger and stuff for Star Wars and all this sort of stuff is because they get money. They have this money and they're like, oh, sure, we'll risk this thing that's kind of not that kid friendly. We'll do that. And then slowly it becomes more about the money than letting it be creative. But even then, it's like, I'm trying to get all my thoughts together. I had them together. Now they're going away. But it's like, you just have to watch the movies that you know are going to be good. Because the film industry is fucked right now. Because right now, the film industry is either you're going to make an amazing and creative story with full creative freedom that you have, and then it's going to be killed by the company that produces it because they do not want you to have creative freedom. Or you're going to do everything the company wants you to and get loads of money, but you won't have fun making it. And you won't make an amazing story. It'll just be this thing with loads of flashing colors and sounds and people acting sexy because the company wants money. It's but if we stop paying to watch these brightly colored, these flashing lights and loud sounds with just appealing images, if we just stop paying, right, to watch the movies with that, like, that big companies are like, oh, this is gonna be good, it's this thing, it's Star Wars with Rey and Ben, and then you've got, all this cool stuff, She-Hulk. If we just stop paying to watch those ones and start paying to watch the ones that people put their hearts into, that people take their time writing and working hard and making amazing visuals and amazing breakthroughs in the animation company. That's not to say you can't watch any Disney movie or any big movie, because there's still good good movies that are big movies by Disney and all these other places, like, all these other companies and stuff. Like, Pixar makes such amazing shit, man. But, like, you don't... If we stop for just 1 second and back up and stop being like, oh, it's by Disney, so obviously it has to be good, so let's go see it. If we stop doing that and start doing, oh, does this plot actually seem cool? Do these visuals actually look kind of interesting to watch on a movie screen? Do I want to pay money to watch a lady saunter down a building with her ass waving around? Or do I want to watch a woman saunter into a spacecraft with a gun and shoot someone to save her child, or whatever? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen the movies yet. But creativity is dying because it's become more about the money than making this an amazing story. I want to go into the film industry, and loads of people do, but nobody wants to work for the corporations anymore because the corporations are doing fuck all to make anything good or to make it to where people will enjoy it. Nobody's getting paid what they should. Nobody is able to actually make what they want to make anymore. Who would want to work for a company that's going to pay you little to nothing to just make something that... Who's going to work for a company that's going to pay you a penny to enlarge a guy's muscles? And I'm not even talking about Hulk. I'm not talking about Hulk. There's other guys that have their muscles enlarged in CGI editing. That is true. Would you rather be paid a penny to enlarge a guy's muscles in the time of 3 seconds as what they expect you in the movie company? Or would you rather go onto YouTube or find some way to produce your own thing where you can try to get people online to pay you $100 to take a month to work on a full length animated CGI scene that's of fighting and war and it being choreographed good and using good references and having the money for the good lighting and all that sort of stuff. Who wants to work for a company that's gonna pay little to nothing to make something that they think people want to see instead of being paid what you should to work the hours that you need to that you need to use to make it look good? I don't know. It's just this. The filming industry is shit now, man. No one wants to work for the film industry because the corporates have made it horrible. There is a reason animators want to unionize, guys. And it's not because you need to fire people. It's because you need to pay them. It's all there is to it. If you do a job, you should get paid for the job you do. You shouldn't get paid to be hired, not paid for everyone who comes to see the thing you do. You think anyone wants that? No. No, I should probably stop ranting and get to bed. I've been ranting for 17 minutes. I think I've got my thoughts out for the night. But yeah, that's... the film industry's become bullshit. I want to be part of the film industry, but it's such bullshit now.